Okay, welcome back to another lab video in the series for C#, which is Unit ICT PRG 414. This is the class activities that was left to do at the end of the second session presentation. So in video 2.2 we went through the examples that were in the presentation. This is 2.3, which is going through the homework session, if you like, the classroom activities. So carrying on from the very last example to do with numbers, and two of them. This time we're finding the two numbers again, but which one is smallest. So let's jump in and kick off. Now this is going to be smalls, and we'll call it smalls 2 because we're only doing two numbers. Now we can do exactly what we did last time with the if statements, but we'll do something a little different this time. So let's integer A, I'll say it's 45. Get my typing fingers in. Integer B is 5. Let's make it obvious. Okay, so let's see if we can get this right. So under console, we want to write on, and here. Okay, so text, find the smallest value from and we want to put A and gonna put B and if that's gonna work, I'll put that as a line. And then we're going to put console right line, and let's start off with a new line in the text. Actually, let's not complicate it. Let's just put it out there as the calc. So find the smallest value from A and B. Put that in there, and we want to do the method of minimum, and we're doing A and B. So what do we put in front of it? So we want some text in front of that saying the smallest value is A and B. Let's make sure we close that line off and do our usual console read key. Alright, let's see if that prints out. It's not liking that and because it doesn't have a plus in front of it. So find the smallest value from 45 and 5. Smallest value is 5. Nice, simple, job done. So that introduced the math methods, which were math, min, max, and sum. So that works quite well when you got two values. So that's smalls too, so we'll just save that one. And the second one was the smallest number out of 3 numbers. So let's go console application again. And this one is going to be schmalls 3. Yes, I know I didn't put any comments in the last one, but just trying to provide a solution. Alright, so this again is going to go back to running the, let's put a comment. So this is smallest number out of 3. So integer A, let's go 30. Put a 2 on the end of it. Let's spice it up, shall we? Get the numbers up. Integer B equals 200. Integer C equals 500. So there's our 3 numbers. And then we want to know which one is small. And I'm just going to close that off. It's not going to have a value in it. And what are we going to make it? So if all right, so we want to put a value in there, so we want to go and no, we want to say small equals A. Just to inject a value in there. Is that right? So if we put in our console right line, so what we're trying to do is the smallest number is alright, so that's our output. And then we're going to do a series of if statements. So if, what's the condition? If B is smaller than small, then what do we want to do? We want to put in there small is now going to equal B. If C is smaller than small, we want to do small equals C. So we started off injecting A into small. So we asked the question, is B smaller than small? Then rotated it through. Alright, so after we've done that, we want to write it out to the screen what small is. So console right line small console read key yeah, that should work fine. So we've got our three numbers and then we're writing out the smallest number is, and we're going to write out small at the end of it. Smallest number is 200, which is correct. Ooh. So there's our smallest for 3, and what do we change for the last scenario, which is the biggest number out of 3? Well, instead of small, rewrite big and then put big in every one of where the smalls are. So, do we do a find and research? Edit. No, doesn't have a nice little find and replace. There we go. So there's all the smalls. Alright, we want to replace small with big. And replace next. So, yes, we want to make bigs 3, biggest, biggest. There we go. Scary, isn't it? So, instead of less than, we want to make that greater than, because we're looking for the biggest, not the smallest. So the biggest out of that is C, which is 500. So let's see if our quick rewriting gives us what we're after. Look at that. The biggest number is 500. So once you did the if statements for the 3 numbers, for the smallest, it was just a very easy find and replace for the code to make it the biggest number. So that was the 3 activities to do in class time after the presentation. And basically this is the answer sheet for those questions. And catch me in the classroom if you need any further assistance, really. So pop in, let's chat, send me a message, you know, the usual routines. So until the next session, 3 videos, it's bye for now.